Poker Face, episode 5. I really, really like this show. This is an awesome show. I cannot stress that enough. This is an awesome show. If you really like the Knives Out movies, you really will like this show. Because this show is so much like that. Except, imagine Daniel Craig's character, but as a female. They have a very different style of going about how they solve mysteries and stuff, but they very much feel like very similar characters, and there's a lot of great writing and direction here. This episode uh, has some really great antagonists in this episode because we have these old ladies who, like, as soon as you meet these old ladies, you can tell there's just something off about them, but the more you get into them in the episode and stuff, they're just such delightful pieces of shit old ladies who are violent and into drugs. And it's really funny. It's odd juxtaposition, like when the one who's in a wheelchair, there's one scene where she just like starts climbing the roof, and you're just like, what the heck? Like that stuff is great. I really love that dynamic with these characters in this show, and just like the idea of this being a week to week mystery show is a lot of fun. But the way they go about it in this episode with these characters that are just so odd and quirky, like it very much felt like Knives Out, because in Knives Out, each movie you get a new cast of characters that are so oddly different or quirky or weird, and like the cast for the show is really good, and the people playing the characters are really good, and so like the cast is so good at making these characters memorable to you, and like in the Knives Out movies, and they do the same here, but on a lesser known scale because it's TV. You can't really have like super big stars in TV shows. I mean, you kind of can, but like you know it's easier to do that in a movie than a show, is what I'm saying. So I just really enjoyed that aspect of this show. It just because I remember all the characters from last week's episodes. I remember all the characters in this week's episode, and it makes me want to keep watching the show because it's super engaging, and it's just like really shocking how good this show is.